fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Over. Check. No. Check. Patriot.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's all you got? All right, now, lucky 56.
On second down, here's Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, Smith. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Shane Ray. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. That's the way to hit. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing is Smith. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Smith. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a give to Smith, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Blackwell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
56. Lucky 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Mike 56, Mike! Hot! We gotta get the ball! Gun! Hot!
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping is big.
On second down, here's Mixon. Finding some room at midfield. And a cut to the sideline. Sheds off the tackle. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 57 yards on the ground. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw on second down, Blackwell. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Blackwell. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken from just outside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To throw is Smith. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And the pitch goes to Mixon. There he goes inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blackwell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The toss play to Mixon. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's into the clear. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Stop your whining. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw, Smith. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Detroit! Detroit!
This is Smith. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Smith. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Watching that, Barney!
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, Blackwell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Blackwell. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Over!
carry. Here's Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down. Blackwell escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Detroit! Hey. Four down.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Shifts free at the 15. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Detroit!
The final shot here before break. Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Here's Smith. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield. Has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Running left, it's Smith. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.